Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to my channel. I'm gonna wait for a couple of people to get on here real quick. I know y'all are real shocked. I done made 2 videos. I already posted one earlier today, and now this one. Decided to do a little chit chat with you guys since I posted a video and I haven't done a live for you in a little bit. I know it's late, so I don't even know if anybody will be on here. But welcome, guys. You know, I got this chat over here that's open and ready for you guys. So if you have any questions, leave them over there in the chat. Y'all know I like to be interactive. I like you to say hey to me. So if you're in the room, just say hey, give me a thumbs up or something. Either thing is fine. Yeah, so what's going on tonight? I knew I wanted to. Oh, okay. Hey, Deborah in Rochester, New York. Ooh, you up late? It's almost tomorrow in New York. Wanted to answer some 911 questions. I'm gonna go through on my channel, on my page, and look at some of the questions that have come in. And just to say, just to answer some of those questions, because I've been getting a lot of people writing me lately, which is really, 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 really neat. And I'm excited about it. Yes, Deborah, I did get moved. I did get moved. I moved in like maybe 3 weeks ago on April 25th. So this is, you can kind of see stuff on it's my couch and my wall and stuff like that. And I have a table, but it's more like an ottoman, and I'm actually sitting on it right now. It's so cute. It's pink and tufted. So yes, I did get moved. I love it, loving my new apartments. I wish I could show you outside. I can in a little bit. But I have like this, I live on the 3rd floor, and I have this cute pool view. So it's really dope. Oh, somebody's calling me. I can't be talking to them and y'all, and then they're gonna be mad. Hey, nothing much. Can I call you right back? Okay. Don't guess. Thank you. Bye. Okay. So, yes. Where was I? Oh, yeah. I love my apartment. Love it, love it, love it. Alana says, hello from Washington State. Hey, girl, from Washington State. So it's 10:51 where I am. So it must be 8. Is it like 8:51 where you are? Well, I wish it was still 8 or 9 so I could like go do something outside, like walk around. It's dark now. I ain't going outside. Deborah says, so pretty. Oh my gosh, thank you, Deborah. Girl, this is like, look, I had some braids earlier today, and I took my braids out. And so I was wearing my hair with my, just kind of like wavy from the braids. And then I went outside and sat on my patio, and it's kind of like muggy, kind of humid outside today. So yeah, your girl got a little fro, but thank you, girl. Thank you. What I've been doing, I've been going walking like, and not every day, but most days I go walking. And I don't know if I told y'all this in my last video or like last summer. Like, I like to get dark as I can in the summertime because black is beautiful and I just want it all. And so I go walking, I put on like my Nivea lotion that's got like oil in it. I put it on all with, I guess it's kind of like, what do you call that? Tanning oil? I don't know. But I go outside, and then when I come back in from my walk, I do like anywhere from 3 to 6 miles. And when I come back, I am like sun-kissed. I'm like, whoa! So I'm excited. I love summer. Sandra says, hello from Cali. Hey, Cali girl. You know, I was born in California. Well, you wouldn't know that, but I was born in California in a town called Torrance, just outside of LA. This is water for those that are concerned about it. She says you're adorable. Thank you so That's so sweet. You guys just know how to make a girl feel good. Okay, in the San Francisco Bay Area, the Bay Area. Yeah, I'm hot. Ooh, and the air is on, so why am I hot? You would think I was drinking some liquor or something. um, but no, I wanted to go through some of my questions and just answer some of them for you guys to see, what you wanted to see the questions you had coming for. So like I said, I posted a new video today. If you haven't watched it, definitely check it out. It talks about moving to another state. So if you ever had any questions or wanted to move from one state to the next to another, definitely check out that video. So some of the funny questions that I've been getting lately have been really interesting. So this one person says, only thing that keeps me from being a dispatcher is I don't want to get fat and lazy. 10 hours a day for 4 days, no thank you. I mean, hey, that's a valid point. That is a job that you sit down at a lot. However, there are some agencies like the one that I worked at that have machines available for you to use. So we had a couple of consoles that had bikes. We had a couple of consoles that had treadmills. So you always had the availability to exercise at your console if you wanted to. And at my agency, we also had a gym, near, the city that we worked for had a gym for its employees, and the gym happened to be right there by the 911 center or the dispatch center. So it's really neat. So you don't have to just sit there the whole time. And then most 911 dispatch centers have standing consoles. So you have the opportunity to stand up and to kind of walk around, move around, because you do have, a long cord typically. So you are tethered. And so you can walk around if you need to get steps, walk around in a circle or anything like that. So you wouldn't necessarily have to sit down the whole time and gain lots of weight. But if that's what you choose to do, that's going to happen. That's just with anything in life, period. Someone asked, what kind of drug tests do they perform? They quit smoking recently, but they stopped. Would that disqualify me? Yes. We've talked about drugs a lot here on this channel because that's one of those things that's going to really keep you from getting a job. That will disqualify you. If you've used certain drugs within a certain time frame, if you put that on your application or on your personal history statement, if you put that you've used, let's say marijuana, if they say that you have to have used marijuana, and if you use marijuana within the last 3 years, then you are ineligible or disqualified for the job. So if you've used marijuana within the 3 years and you put that in the personal history statement, then you're going to automatically be disqualified from the job because you put that you've used that drug within the time frame that will get you disqualified. If you don't put it, then you won't be disqualified. I'm not telling you to do that, but that's what I am saying. If you don't put it, then you won't be disqualified. But however, still know that you have to take a polygraph test, and they do ask questions about drug use in the polygraph. So, in my channel, I don't teach people how to pass polygraph tests when they lying. I don't do that on my channel. Because one day I might need a job or I might need something, and someone might come to my channel and see, this girl telling people how to pass a lie detector test on her YouTube channel. I can't do that. But send me an email. Just kidding. Hey, Maya Nicole. She said, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm just going through some of the comments that I've recently gotten on my channel, and someone was asking about what type of drug test they perform, and I was saying that they typically do a urine drug screen. They typically use a urine drug screen, and you can be disqualified for admitting to certain drug use. Let's see. All right. So this one says, It says, hey, I know you posted this video a while ago. It wasn't that long ago. This is my 911 dispatcher hiring process video. He's like, I know you posted this video a while ago. However, I just got a phone call and email for my panel interview with my local police department. That's exciting. I'm not exactly sure how they do their process, so we shall see. I know each agency is different, and I haven't been told anything about the critical test or anything, so maybe they do a different process for hiring here. Thank you so much for all of your help. Yeah, so this one was kind of different to me, but I have heard that some agencies bring you in and do your panel interview first to determine if they even like you for the job, and then they'll do the critical test. So if we like you for the job, we'll let you take the test. If we don't like you for the job, then we just gonna, peace out you. So this was like 2 days ago. I did respond to her, so hopefully she got the job. Hopefully she got it. So someone also said, I think you may have inspired me to apply for a 911 dispatcher position. Oh, that's so sweet. Listen, it is not for the faint-hearted. So if you don't, I feel like it's a calling. And if you are not called to do it, and if you don't feel like you can do it, then do not do it. Do not do it. Don't do it. Especially not because of me. Because I ain't going to be there to hold your hand to help you. I'm not tethered to you. Let's see. Oh, I got some comments. Maya says, what's the typing test about? Okay, so typing test is usually included with the critical, which is the exam that you take in order to even qualify to be a 911 dispatcher. And within that exam or within that test, they usually test your typing skills. And so you have to be able to type a certain speed in order to be a 911 dispatcher, because you obviously have to be able to type. I mean, that's very, 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 very important. So, yeah. Let's see. Sandra says, I spoke with a dispatcher at Alameda County Sheriff, and she said, even though pot is legal, don't do it. Exactly. Anytime you want to be involved in law enforcement, so whether that is a 911 dispatcher, the police, firefighter, paramedic, any of those things, you cannot do drugs. Even if they are legal in your city or state that you live in, you just can't do it. And they do polygraph you typically, because I know in certain states you have to be polygraphed in order to be licensed within the state. So that's one of the main reasons why they give you a polygraph, is because in Texas, in order to get licensed as a TCO, which is Texas Commission of Law Enforcement, in order to get your telecommunicator license with TCO, you have to take the polygraph test. So there you have it. Maya says, you were on a video with 1 million views. I was, girl. What video? One of my videos? Because one of my videos don't have 1 million views. So I don't know what you're talking about. Send me the link to that video because I want to watch it. Especially if I'm in it. Because if I'm in a video with 1 million views, I'm not getting paid for it. Okay? I'm going to need somebody to click this little $ thing right there. Shoot, if I'm in 1 million views, a video has been viewed 1 million times. Y'all don't even know. Let's see. Did I send that? Okay. Let's see. She says, Sandra says, I'm trying to get on at CHP. CHP critical is a must. I did a typing test for the sheriff today. I don't think I passed. And CHP doesn't do poly in California, or at least this part. Oh, well, that's good. That's really good. If they don't do a polygraph test, then you ain't got to worry about it. I mean, integrity, listen, guys, don't hear what I'm not saying. Like, integrity is super important, especially in the police department and law enforcement, because at some points, you as a 911 dispatcher could be called upon to testify in court. And if you don't have good integrity, if they don't believe you, believe the things that you say, or if they find out that you can't be trusted, then your word is not gonna is gonna be invalid. Like they're not gonna. Mm-mm. So you have to have integrity. So all that to say, you can lie on your application. You can say you haven't done drugs. You can pass your polygraph test and not tell the truth. Not be honest in it. Like those things are all very, very much possible. But with things like that, they all come with consequences. Um, and then I don't know. I think it's just easier to tell the truth, but sometimes I guess if you doing that kind of stuff and you want the job, then that's not an option. You gotta do what you gotta do, I suppose. I'm just saying. Maya says it's called I spent a day with 911 dispatchers. Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up. I never even heard of it. I wonder if somebody just like took clips of my videos. Girl. Because if that's the case, I need to be monetized in that. For real, for real, for real. Sandra says integrity is a must. They will find out, best to be honest. Absolutely. I mean, they do so much with your background. Like, most jobs don't call your references. They do. Most jobs don't call your former employers. They do. So let's say you stole something from work and, you misused something or whatever the case. Like they'll call your former employers and ask them all of those things. And so yeah, you may have, lied on your application or you may have lied and passed the polygraph test. But when they do those other things and verify who you are and all of those things, then they might find out. And some behaviors are just, you can't really change some behaviors. Some people, you are who you are. And if you're a thief, you're a thief. And if you're going to steal, you're going to steal. If you are like people look up information that they're not supposed to. You're not supposed to do that. And they have to be able to trust and believe that you're not going to do those things that you're not going to do. You're not going to do those things that you're not supposed to do. So, sorry guys. Don't leave. Sorry. Okay. Deborah says the true girl, thumbs up. That is true. True. All right, Alana says, I applied at my local agency last year. Your videos were so helpful to help me pass Criticall and the interviews. Yeah, just found out I passed my background. Yay! Way to go. I think I just read one of your comments out loud. No, I didn't. My bad, girl. But maybe it was this one I read. Congratulations. Like, I'm excited. Listen, if I could, I don't know. I kind of like part of me wants to be a 911 dispatcher again, but then like part of me doesn't. I spent a day. Look, I'm trying to find this video that's apparently got 1 million views that I'm in that I'm not getting paid for. Listen, because I spent a day with 911. Because nobody asked to use my image. Is it this one? Is it this one, girl? From Anthony Padilla. I hate the fact that you can't see anything good on this screen. But if this is it, then let me know. Girl, cause I'm about to be like all mad. But maybe they just showed a clip of me and I'm gonna have to watch this when I'm not in here with watching y'all. Tell me how they use tell me in what capacity they used me, or did you see me on? Because like now I'm all like, yeah. And I'm having a hard time focusing. I can't focus. Okay. Let me get that off my screen. Get out of my life now. Okay. Let's go back to the questions. The real reason why I came to do this video. The real reason why we here. Okay. Okay, Mackenzie says, hey, first off, hey, Mackenzie. Hey, girl. Oh, wait, I missed some things. Oh, gosh, y'all just been chit-chatting. Hold up. Okay, Alana passed. We were excited about that. Deborah says congrats. Deborah says your videos are the best. Oh, thank you, girl. Thank you. I love your energy. Maya says, what's your sign? Yeah, I'm a Capricorn, which are not really energetic people, but we are like loyal people. We are people who are responsible, people who you want to be your friend. We are the encouragers. We are the ones that are going to push you to get to the top. And if we don't push you to get to the top, then you are going to see us at the top and you're going to strive for excellence because you want to be up there with us. But yeah, I'm a Capricorn. I don't know if any of that's true, but you tell me, girl. Alana says, thank you. And then Mackenzie says, I love watching your videos and they've been so helpful and informative. I think you have a great personality and it would be so much fun to hang out with. Mackenzie, girl, where you at? You in Texas? You in Dallas area? You let me know. We can hang out. Thanks, Maya. 233. Listen, y'all might see it with me because I may not be able to handle not watching it. Because I'm just like, you got 4 million subscribers because I just looked. You got 4 million subscribers and you using my image? Oh no, I'm not okay with that. Anyway, but yes, Mackenzie, I am fun. I'm not just saying that because it's me. I'm saying that because it is the truth. Like my friends call me the life of the party. And I am. People that know me, they know that. If you hanging out with me, we're gonna have fun. Sorry, my boobs. Text them. Okay. Sandra says, you go, girl, find that if you're being used, the hack YouTube needs to know. Yeah, they do. Shoot, I need to know. I'm going to write them, be like, influencer. Dear Mr. Influencer, who said you could use my image? I'll wait. No, I just need to even see to what capacity it is. Because even, you know what? I'm okay with them using my image, but shit, link my channel down below. Link my channel in the description box or something. Give your girl a shout out if you're going to use me. So I have to see really what they did, like what they, how they used me. It may just be like a critic call video or something. Who knows? Maya says a short clip, so it may not want. Deborah says we all want you to be our trainer and I want. Listen, y'all don't want me to be no trainer because all that to say, like I'm fun in like real life, regular life. So when you watch me on YouTube, it's all like good because this is easy. This is really laid back and casual. It's not work. I mean, I get paid, but it's not like work, right? But I think like in that kind of setting, I know it would be laid back because I'm just a laid back person. But I would definitely correct wrong behaviors and we would laugh about calls because sometimes the calls are funny. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes they're funny. Sometimes they're not funny, but you develop this weird sense of humor when you're a 911 dispatcher. And then it's like, whoa, that was really funny. But it was like when you tell your regular friends who don't work at 911, when you tell them about a call, and you're like, yeah, this shit was funny. And then they're just like, that wasn't funny at all. Like, mm-hmm. So you definitely develop an interesting sense of humor. Let's see. But Deborah, I would say this. If I was a 911 trainer, if I was your 911 trainer, you would definitely enjoy coming to work because I wouldn't make you feel like crap. Like I had one of my trainers was so condescending. It was miserable. And it made going to work sometimes an absolute hell, just because I knew I would have to deal with her and her condescending attitude. And I don't really do well like that. Like I'll say what I need to say to you and like keep it moving. Like not ever rude or disrespectful, but if you're rude, disrespectful to me, I will let you know that I don't like it. And that's it. I mean, like I say, never rude. So I know my face is kind of like, bitch, please. But I would never say that at work. All right. Hockey and Life, etc. says, hello. Would you recommend this job for shy introverted people? So introverts. So here's the thing: you're shy, and introverted people, they re-energize alone. So I am an outgoing introvert, so I don't have to be around, like being around people, like it really drains me, but I like being around people. But at the end of the day, like I'm completely exhausted mentally from people that I can't anymore. Like I start out at a 10, like every day with people, like everybody's. We start out at 10 and just like, it's like ticking off. If I have some time by myself and I can go into a room and just like kind of decompress, then I can kind of, creep back up to the 10. But typically, kind of linger at a 5, just being around people. So all that to say, do I think being shy would be hard for you to do 911? No. But you will have to be assertive. I will definitely say that. So shy introverts can definitely do the job, but you're going to have to go outside of your character. So there are going to be times when someone's going to be yelling at you and you're going to have to calm them down because you have to handle the call. Like that's one of the most important things in 911 is controlling the call. Like the caller should never control you and be continuously talking. And, you as a dispatcher or a call taker are unable to get a word in. Like that means the caller is controlling you. So you'll definitely, if you have problems or issues with being assertive, then that's something that you'll definitely need to work out before you go into that job. Because there are times when they'll call 911. Hey, somebody fell. Oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on. And you, as the dispatcher, you have to de-escalate the situation. Like you have to get the information from them all while they're screaming. And you can't be, too timid. Like sometimes, like I remember being in the agency in our call center, and there would be times people are not listening to me on the phone or not listening to one of my coworkers, and you hear someone like, sir, 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 I need you to listen. Like we clapping hands, whatever we need to do to try to get the attention of the person on the other end of the line. Because you have to get that pertinent information so that you can get help to them. So do I think you can do it? Absolutely. You just have to be assertive and not afraid. Inez says, can't stay for long, but love you. And what happened? Love you in your videos. You're hilarious and such an inspiration. Oh, thanks, Inez. I don't be trying to be hilarious at all. It's just, it's like when I try to be funny, people don't laugh. Craziest thing. When I'm straight, like trying to be just like serious and straight, like people are like, or when I try to be funny, like people are like, is that a joke? So I just do me, baby. But thank you so much, Inez. I really do appreciate that. Maya told me what the video was. I'm gonna go look it up. Mackenzie lives in Oregon. Ooh, Oregon. I used to play this game in school called the Oregon Trail when I was a kid, in elementary school. And I'm 35. So I started school in like 1990, 89. Oh my gosh, I started at 4. Take the wheel, Lord. Just take it. Jesus, take it. I'm getting old. Y'all got some gray hair over here hiding out. It's a whole family of 7 on this side. Whew, can't deal. Okay. Deborah gave me some thumbs up. Maya asked, if you're natural, what's your texture? Oh, I am natural. I saw that comment and I didn't really know what it meant at first. I was like, what's my texture? The texture. I have a few different textures, but mainly 3C, 4A, and some 4B. I got some 4B like right here. Right here for the most part is 4B. I have like 4A, 3C around here, and then some 3C and 4A back here. So, but this right here is like 4B because those curls, they're like little coily cues or something. They tripping. Maya says, did your agency have quiet rooms? We kind of, yeah, no, anyway. No. We didn't have them initially, but we did get some while I was there. So at first, no, but then yes, we got one. And they only had one. But I never took a call well, that's a lie. I've taken a couple of calls where I had to like walk out for a little bit just to like get my head together. Like, I remember this one call I took, I needed to walk out and I couldn't because there were calls ringing overhead. And I just had to hang up that call and deal with the next one. And that was driving me absolutely nuts because I just needed to like scream or cuss or just be like, ah, and I couldn't. And that was hard. And so as soon as I had the opportunity to like decompress, I definitely did that. You have to decompress. You got to get that shit out. Carlos Jimenez says, you will have to have a voice and have call control. I was hired in March and decided that it was not for me. Make sure you know what you're getting into. And I'm assuming that was going to the hockey and life, etc. And that's absolutely right. You definitely have to have a voice. You have to find your voice and you have to be able to control the call. Like that, I honestly will say that controlling the call is going to be like key for you. You have to be able to control the call, even if you don't have to cut people off while they're talking. And that's okay sometimes because when people call 911, they want to tell you everything, like everything. I mean, you ask them, tell me exactly what happened. And they are telling you the story. And, you know, it's like, well, you know, a couple of days ago, my boyfriend was here. He was arguing with me about, you know, this girl that I caught him messing with. And then yesterday, No. Tell me. So when they start talking about 2 days ago and it's something like that, I'm like, Tell me exactly what happened now. Like, why did you call 911 tonight? Oh, well, because my boyfriend is bleeding. Okay, why is he bleeding? Why hit him upside his head? Okay, so now we understand. So now we have an assault because if he just had an injury, if he was just bleeding because he fell, then that's just a fall. But if he has an injury because you hit him with something, then now that's an assault and the police have to go out to that as well. So just being able to know that and to control the call, because if you allow people to talk freely about what they want to talk about, you're not going to get anywhere. So she was telling me about him having a girlfriend, stuff that I don't even care about or need to know about to put the call in. But once I found out that it was an assault, that information, I did put it into the notes because it gives the police some type of context to what is going on. Although it's not necessary to give that information, for them to have something, you know, can't even talk. For them to have some information as it relates to why the assault occurred, that's helpful for them, but not absolutely necessary. Hockey and Life says, thank y'all. Inez says, hearts. That natural shine, haha, personality on 100. Okay. Listen, I need all of y'all. Who I need y'all to do. The next stimulus check that we get, I need all of y'all to buy a ticket on Southwest Airlines because it's cheap. Set the date for like next year. We can even do that, you know, when the corona is not popping. Like, I hope they don't like demonetize my video because I said the C word. Hope not. But get y'all's tickets for $49 each way. And then we can have like a meet and greet, get together and talk about 911 stuff. And I don't know if Brad is on here. He might be. He don't be telling me he on here. But if Brad is here, we can get Brad. We can get some people together, talk about 911 stuff, the craziest calls we ever heard. And then even people who work together, like times that we all had to work together to I don't want to say problem solve, but sometimes we work together to figure stuff out. Like something's going on and we can't quite figure it out. So yeah, if y'all ever in Dallas, come see your girl. For real. Maybe I'll set something up one day, like a 911 convention. Maybe not. I don't know. Mackenzie says, we did the same thing when I was in elementary school, play Oregon Trail. Inez says, Oregon Trail and Math Blaster. Yes. Yes. So Hockey for Life asks, what's the difference between a 911 call taker and a dispatcher? Do they do the same job? Ooh, great question. I just scratch myself. Oh, I hate live videos because I would have definitely Yeah, I would have edited that out. But now, that hurt. Okay. A 911 call taker is someone, all you do is answer calls. Okay. So at the agency that I worked at, we answer emergency and non-emergency calls. So if you call 911, your call taker would generally answer that call. Gosh, my lip, y'all, like that hurt a lot. So that's what the call taker does. The call taker simply answers the phones, emergency and non-emergency calls. We also would run license plates because we couldn't run names yet, because in order to run names, you have to be like a certain certification or a certain license. And so we would run license plates. We would also do impoundments. So when your car got towed, the tow company would call it in to us. So that's also something to know, that if your vehicle is ever towed or repossessed, because that happens as well, if your vehicle is ever towed or repossessed, you can call your non-emergency number and find out where it is exactly, because they have to call and report that to the police department. Because when you call in the morning when you wake up in the morning and you realize my car is gone, first thing you're going to do is call 911 and say, somebody stole my car. And then I'm going to look it up and be like, actually, it was repossessed. Here's the information so that you can pick it up. So it's just stuff like that. That's a call taker. Now, a dispatcher typically is communicating with the officers or paramedics and firefighters. So you'll have a police dispatcher. So, okay, the agency that I came from was a medium-sized agency. So we had people who were only call takers. So all you did was answer 911 and non-emergency calls. But we also had dispatchers. So our police dispatchers only did police dispatcher. So the city was divided in half. You had one dispatcher for one half of the city, and the other dispatcher for the other half of the city. And what they would do is take all the radio traffic. So mostly dispatchers deal with radio traffic. That's your officers calling in. So when they're running traffic, pulling people over, that's what that means. When they're pulling people over, your police dispatchers will be monitoring the radio. So now when they run license plates, the police dispatcher does that. But at my agency, when an officer wanted to run someone's name, like their background and their criminal history, it would go to an NCIC dispatcher, because we had an NCIC channel. So one of our NCIC operators only did NCIC. They didn't answer the phones or anything like that. But this one on the second one's like a backup NCIC. They would have to answer the phones if the phone started ringing a lot. Let's see, NCIC also does not only background investigations, they do warrants. They take warrants out of the system. They clear tickets, at least at the agency I was at. They clear tickets out of the system. They do protective orders or protection orders. You do like missing persons. We get notifications from like missing persons, Amber Alerts, the Susan's Law. all of those things, you get notifications for NCIC. So NCIC is a lot of record keeping. It's a lot of data. Woo, woo. You have to know so much stuff, and you have to be able to give returns, which is like criminal history reports. You have to be able to give returns and code over the radio. It's a lot sometimes. And then you have your police, your fire dispatch. And in my agency, I think there were about 4 fire dispatchers, and you know, one of them is like a flex spot. So they did phones as well. But we also, you know, the sirens, the monthly tornado sirens, they would have to do that. I got to do it once, so that was exciting. I got to do the monthly tornado sirens, sound it off for the city. We got just many different things. So basically, dispatchers, all that to say, call takers communicate with citizens, dispatchers communicate with officer personnel, officers, firefighters, all of them. But that was a long version of the short story, just to give you a little bit more context. Y'all know I talk a lot, and I like to thoroughly explain things. Deborah says, fun idea. Yes. So, and Inez says, so down. That would be super fun. If y'all want to come down here, come on. When they start opening stuff up, we'll go to this place. It's called the Happiest Hour. They have awesome brunch and mimosas. Always down for a happiest hour. We have uptown, downtown, Middletown. I don't know if we really got a Middletown. Oh yeah, Midtown. Duh. We got everything here. And I live outside of Dallas. So, you know, it's just a drive. Deborah says, so do you have a new job lined up? No. I've applied for several jobs. Tomorrow, I actually have a final interview for a job. So y'all keep your fingers crossed and stay prayed up for your girl. It'll be very different, very different than anything that I've done. But I think that it will be probably one of the most rewarding jobs that I've done. And if I get the job, I'll definitely talk to you guys about it vaguely, because I don't like people to know what I'm doing in the moment. I don't mind you knowing what I'm doing. I just don't want you to know where I'm doing it at. Find me, because some of y'all nosies have found me, and I'm like, it is not that serious for y'all to be going through all of these different avenues to try to find out who I am. Like, or where I worked. Like it was so funny one day. I went to my old agency to say, hey, I took them some food. It was like a holiday. You know, and they had to work. And it wasn't like a major holiday. It was like Memorial Day or something like that. And I took them some stuff up there, and somebody was like, oh my gosh, I follow you on YouTube. And I was like, for real, girl? I mean, I'm sure that everybody, that most 911 dispatchers now watch my video. Like, if you want to go and be a 911 dispatcher, they watch the video. But it's just, I don't get recognized like out in public like that too much. But when I go there, I do. So I try not to go there. I don't want to go there too much. Do you think someone who works in healthcare would be able to make an easy transition to being a dispatcher? I think that it's kind of like, for me, it's going to be a yes and no. So I think that as far as like caring for people and the compassion and the empathy, I think that part will transition really well. But I think that it would be difficult because as a healthcare provider, you may be used to doing things a certain way when it comes to medical issues like a nosebleed or, you know, or whatever the case is. But in 911, you have to follow the protocol and you have to read it exactly like it says, exactly like it comes up in the book or on the computer. So you can't deviate from that. If you deviate from the script, then you get dinged by QA. And you can't be doing all of that. So I think that part might be a little difficult because you kind of know what to do already and you just want to tell them what to do, but you can't. You have to follow the protocol, and that will be probably hard. Alana asks, do you prefer call taking or dispatching? Call taking, call taking, call taking. Oh, sorry. My house is making noises. It was weird. I'd rather take calls than dispatch any day because I don't know. Now, the thing with taking calls is that you're going to get a variety of things. It's going to be pretty steady, pretty busy all day. For the most part, you might have some slow days here and there or some slow periods of time. But with dispatching is usually, sometimes it can be a little slower than calls because we don't dispatch all the calls. So call taking, you definitely do a little bit more work. But like I said, you don't dispatch all the calls, but dispatching is so tedious and you have a lot of different people talking to you at once. Whereas on the phone, you only have one person talking to you. When you're a dispatcher, all of those calls. So like, let's say that there are 8, for simple math, let's say 10. Let's say there are 10 call takers and 10 people that are taking calls that day. You only have 2 people who are dispatching the police. So you might, and that's one for each side of the city. So let's just say of those 10 calls, 10 call takers, you have 5 calls, let's say 6 calls of service that come from that. Well, you have 6 different people who take each one of those calls, and those calls might be divided up, 3 on the east side and 3 on the west side. So that dispatcher is now from 6 people's 1 call. They now have 3 calls each that they have to now dispatch and monitor the entire time. So depending on what type of call it is, if it's an assault, like you have to check on the officer every 5 minutes or every 2 minutes or it just depends on what type of call it is. So there's a lot of information. And that's just PD dispatch. There's a lot of information. You have to do alert tones and all of these things. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. Call taking is a lot too, but not as much as dispatching. And then sometimes dispatching, like the officer is asking you a question over the radio and you have to ask the call taker because you didn't take the call and it may be something that they know but just didn't include in the notes. So you have to yell, hey, or send them a message. But if it's important enough, you yell it across the room. Hey, Laura, what, do you know the color of that vehicle? If it's not in the notes already. And then I'm like, shit, I forgot to get the color. So guess what? I got to call that person back. Call them back and be like, hey, this is a 911 call taker from blah, 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 blah. What color was that car now? She's like, oh my gosh, it was green or it was black or it was blue. You really calling me back? You the 911 dispatcher, you calling me back? Oh. So yeah, call taker. You get all that information that you need and you don't have to call them back. I hate calling people back. Woo. Anywho, Hockey's Life says, thanks for the detailed response. Yes, you know your girl gonna give you a detailed response all the time. Maya said, is the pay good? I'm assuming you're talking about for 911 dispatchers. And that just generally depends on what agency you're at. Some agencies start out like $14 or $15 and some start out at over $20. So it really just depends. My suggestion would be to start with an agency outside of a larger city that still has, like foot traffic or still has a lot of people, like, I don't want to say a lot of crime, but it has stuff going on. So that way you can, you'll still get some of the experience of like high call volume, high call volume, but they'll also still pay you well. And that's kind of one of the things I did. The agency that I worked at actually paid more than Dallas did, and Dallas had a much higher call volume than we did. Rexer Alvaro says, did your agency ever set you up for a ride along with officers out in the field as part of your training? That was one of the things that, because we didn't have enough dispatchers at the time, like dispatchers, you'll know, it's a high turnover rate. And we didn't have enough dispatchers, so we couldn't really go on any ride-alongs because we didn't have enough dispatchers, unfortunately. But we do we didn't do a ride-along, but we do a sit-in where you come into dispatch and observe for 2 hours. So that's pretty eye-opening, if you would. And then, yeah, it's pretty eye-opening. So we never did get to do that, but it's okay. I really don't really want to. I don't really know if I wanted to do like a whole ride-along thing because that would be like a lot. Yeah, I just saw, it's my critic call video. Maya was like, go watch it now. So I'm going to try to watch this. I only know it's a critic call video because I just saw my shirt.
Pretty rough for a few years because I felt like I didn't know how to separate it and I didn't know what to do.
He should have interviewed me. Is she a 911
dispatcher? 4 years
dispatcher?
ago, I really started to dig deep and do work on myself. And I was like,
I wish I could share
that. Listening to people on YouTube talking and like motivational speeches and
see, YouTube does do a good thing.
Wait.
On YouTube talking and like motivational speeches and
see, YouTube
oh my gosh.
Does amazing things.
Oh yeah.
What's the training process like to become a dispatcher?
We train on phones first, and then we train on radio, and that takes anywhere from 6 months to a year. And
oh my gosh, thank you, girl. That's just a clip. So, but that's so neat. I want to first. I want to thank all of the people that watched my video. It's like 75,000 views or something like that. But oh my gosh. Now I'm on this video with Anthony Padilla, and he's got freaking thousands of comments. Wow. I wish they would have interviewed me. Now I'm going to watch the whole video and wish they would have interviewed me. I'm kind of jealous, but that's okay. How you going to use my image? But that's so dope. Thank you, because I would have never watched this video. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, I don't have any more questions in the comment box, in the chat box. We've been out here about 52 minutes. Y'all, your girl has got dry throat. I've been talking for days. I've been drinking my water, but I'm parched. So I'm going to just go ahead and wrap this up because, like I said, it's been really long and I'm tired. But thank you so much for watching the video. Also, all of y'all should be subscribed already, which is why you're here. But if you're not, just go ahead and subscribe. Ding that post notification bell so you can know every time I drop a video or when I go live. I'll try to go live again. I don't know when. Another day this week or next week. I'll be making some videos here, there, and everywhere. Yeah, you know what, Mackenzie? That's a great idea. That's what I'm going to do. Because you can't just have... And we're like, you remember that girl who you used in the 911 video? Laura Bryant, 911 dispatcher? Because you put my name on there. Anyway, guys, maybe that's why my channel been, I don't know. Thanks for watching. I need to shut up and go to sleep. Y'all have a good night. Bye.